Yo, it's me, and this is Random Breakout Crazy Donut Ball season. I'm happy to welcome you here today. Now let's move on to Chili Power. I'm pretty sure I picked Destruction Power last episode, so do so well. And let's choose Centipede Cookie because of her buff and her meta-ness. Alright, let's get going. That was pretty quick. Now that I think about it, when has been the last time I've seen an actual centipede? A real life one, you know? I'm actually not sure. Like, firstly, I just don't go out. I've said it before. But secondly, like, I live in a city, you know? A city-state, island nation, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's not like centipedes are extinct or whatever, but like, you definitely won't see them in the middle of like Orchard Road or something, you know? At least, I'm like 90% sure. I wouldn't really know. I don't go to Orchard Road that much anyways. Even when I go, that's for stuff like buying uniforms or whatever. I'm not one much for recreational shopping, you know. But it would be nice to have money to do that. It would be nice to have money as a hobby. Or spending money as a hobby, actually. Then I could try just random, kind of useless things like pizza with gold on top of it as flakes or something. I know that's a thing. I remember seeing this one video. Like, I'm pretty sure it's BuzzFeed or something. And then after that, they had these two guys go on and then like eat this really expensive pizza with gold flakes and crust and everything. And it was super expensive. I don't actually watch BuzzFeed. I remember watching a video about that video by BuzzFeed about like capitalism and consumerism and why those two guys in BuzzFeed video just looked so guilty whenever they were eating that pizza because it was such a waste. You know, that kind of thing. I actually don't remember details of it now already. I just remember the golden pizza, which I guess if I too had to eat something so, well, wasteful like that, I guess I would feel pretty bad too. Like, I like eating food and all, but like, sometimes, man, you know, it's pizza, you know, and you're spending like how much hundreds of dollars on that kind of thing, you know, like you gotta feel bad at some point. I mean, at least I know I would. If you're used to that kind of spending, then probably not, but still. If you're curious why I picked whipped cream, it's because of his skill to use a lot of jellies, and also because of his treasure, the apple. Not only is it a bonus treasure, it's also one that gives you points, which is basically more jellies, if you reach a certain quota of them. So, speaking of BuzzFeed from just now, I've heard that they like got shut down or something. I don't know if they went bankrupt, but like, well, they're apparently not a thing anymore, so I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. Like, BuzzFeed is, well, BuzzFeed, you know how it is. I mean, towards the end, which is probably like last year or something, they probably tried doing some type of actually decent investigative journalism to that extent. But I guess like their reputation of just being that one website that gives you all those random quizzes about inane stuff, you know, it never really got washed away. So their journalism, if they really did do any, was probably just covered up by all that other vapid stuff that they did from before. And now they aren't a thing anymore. I'm not sure what the exact term is. It's definitely not shut down or anything. Well, like, I'm pretty sure they just stopped their operations or something. I read it somewhere. Or maybe it's fake news, who knows. I should actually go check that out later. Can't really trust anything seen on the internet these days, but I still find myself believing in any hoo-ha that comes across the front of my eyes, you know? Kinda unfortunate, but oh well. You could argue it's like, in a more frivolous way, it's like the innocence of children. They will trust the man that comes up into the middle of the road because he is who he is. They would trust a man that wants to give them candy and invite them to their little white van because you see, the man is offering to take them back home, you know? And they would trust it. It's kind of like Schrodinger's cat, if you think about it. You would never know what the dude is actually planning to do. You know, like for all you know, he's just like an actually decent adult that just wants to bring a kid home, but it's coming off as seriously creepy while doing it. Just like me, hey. But still. Or he could be, well, an absolute bastard, if you don't mind my language. So, there's that. There we go. Give me all those little flower petals. That's cool. That's pretty. There we go. That really is a useful skill, huh? Helps me collect all the little rose petals. There we go. Oopsies. That's a bit of a mistake on my part. Shouldn't have done that. I've missed all those rainbow berry jellies. Whatever. Guess it's just a skill issue, I suppose. What's the mission here? Probably to collect berry jellies. Yeah, that's it. 264. There we go. Now we just gotta follow the trail. Down, up, and there we go. The magnetic effect's terribly useful if you think about it. Especially in the case where the rose petals will flutter every which way they want to. 1, 2. There we go. Come on. Hey! Oopsies. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, sunflower. What's your favorite flower, huh? I don't think I really have one, if I really think about it. I suppose sunflowers are cute with their little florets and everything, but still, it just doesn't seem terribly appealing to me for some reason. And I just know sunflowers because they're popular. Maybe astragalus? But then again, that doesn't seem too right, since I'm not actually a fan of astragalus so much as I'm a fan of their symbolism, you know? It's hard to say. I think there's one flower that I could. Maybe asterbe. But I don't even know if I like asterbe. Just because I have spent like so long. Actually not that long. But just because I made that 1 hour concerning asterbe. Now I just basically have its image seared into my brain, so. And I don't really like sunflowers that much. But I guess they're pretty cute. Oh, I can't imagine, man. What's the answer to my problems? Indecision. What a terrible curse. But anyways, I don't really know. I guess asterbe is nice. Astragalus is okay. Roses are roses. I personally find them a bit too simple for my liking. But they are cute. Alright, yeah, like they're not cute from that. I guess maybe hydrangea. Hydrangea is pretty. It's quite sweet, yeah. Little balls of florets of flowers. Can't even tell if I'm using the word floret correctly. But just take my word for it. I feel like a horticulturist or something. And I'm pretty sure that's also the wrong profession. Well, just tell me kindly if I'm wrong, I suppose. But who knows? I imagine you people with real jobs have better things to do than watch cookie run videos. Are you silly? Top secret research lab. Let's go. I haven't gone there in a while. Be nice to do that. You know, random breakout season is changing in a few days or so. Should be about Sunday, I think. So I guess I'm kinda excited to see what that will be. Maybe it'll be Lustrous Longan Palace? I don't know. Seems kinda hard, honestly. But it would be cool if they did that. Sometimes it makes me wish that, like, how do you call it? The devs would have like this kind of like Zoom call thing where they would just tell us about their plans or whatever. And that would be really nice, you know? Like I've seen other games do that before. Where they'll have like some of the development team just come out and talk about their future plans or whatever. And what they're gonna do. Instead of just releasing the update video and letting that be that, you know? Like I really like the idea of the Herald magazine, but it seems to be discontinued and just like Bake My Day, which is a terrible shame, honestly. I really like Bake My Day. You know, it gave us like a little bit more lore, and it's pretty wholesome, you know. It gives us like insights into the daily interactions of the cookies' lives, and I think that was really cute. And I mean, it was pretty well received too, you know. Speaking of well reception, I really like the series about Midnight though. Like, my man's doing a good job. He would make a better YouTuber than me, honestly. Gah. Maybe he could start this as like a side hustle. He'll be really popular, I would imagine, you know. And he's really good in Korean. Oh, I wish I was that good in Korean too. Oh well. But those videos are fun to watch, you see. I quite like them. Especially the Micmac ones. I watch them every single time. Because they're so fun. You know, easy posture. Ah sure, this is kind of helpful buff, I guess. This kind of makes me half wish I did have a costume for Cherry Blossom though. It's a bit odd seeing her so, well, per se, naked, you know. I've been realizing the jump button isn't really working properly. It's weird. Can't tell if it's it's just weird. Hopefully it's just like a spur of the hour thing. And the game really just doesn't like me right now, so it's taking away all my button interactions. But who knows, man. Yeah, I suppose it's always been an issue, but not really so frequent, I suppose. Or maybe it's just luck of the draw and I got unlucky. I just have to hope the bug doesn't proc doing something like bonus time, or when I'm in the middle of fighting obstacles or something. Cause now that will be kinda unfortunate, huh? And pretty inconvenient too. I'm not too in the mood to retry again. Then again, I haven't been doing so for the past few weeks. Is it really a mood anymore if that mood subsists for several weeks? Or is it a disorder? Nah, I'm kidding. Seems like this will be an average run. And by average run, I'll probably just end up in like the 25th place or something at the end of all this. Well, not too bad honestly. Is it me or did we just jump really high? That's weird, but sure I guess. It is what it is. Come double jump on the little rainbow bad jellies, and there we go. Avoid the little bats. Bats? Are those bats or are those UFOs? Or bats that have soloed the UFO? Oh, that's what you call them. You combine the object part of UFO and you combine the bat and you get a bat-o. I want to eat bat-o legs for dinner. Human liver tastes bad. Wow. Wait, where did that come out from? What the heck? Weird. I don't eat humans, by the way. Just telling ya. I'm like human also. 100% human. Homegrown, you know. On the lands of Pangea. Or what used to be Pangea. 1, 2. There we go. There we go. I see this HP is enough for us to get all the way. 1, 2. Nah, 500 million seems a bit ambitious, but still. Maybe. Just maybe. Who knows? Ta-ta. There we go. There we go. Bonus time. I have to remember to click here. If not, I'll end up going a pathway I do not really want to go down. Nah, I'm kidding. I just want to be able to play the bonus time. Not that I particularly like bonus times, mind you. They're always so repetitive. But it gives me extra points, so I do it. And what better joy is there to see than have your numbers go up? I love numbers. Numbers are like really great and good. Yeah, so about. I'm sure you agree with me. The numbers. I remember playing this when update came out. It wasn't half bad. That feels so long ago now. But at the same time, like it was just yesterday. The passage of time is really curious, isn't it? There. Did you see that when I dipped down, the button didn't work again? And I'm definitely sure I pressed it. It's weird. Why so many times today? Hopefully it's just some run-of-the-mill lag or something. Or breakout specific? I'm not too sure. Oh well. I wonder what would be a good life motto to have. Right now my one is just to live until I die. Preferably in ease. And like that's it. That's my motto. Just doesn't roll too well catchily off the tongue, you know. What would be a great motto that succinctly divvies up all my major complications of life, but still embodies that little catchphrase kind of character? I don't know, man. Look, indecision. It makes me wonder if ChatGPT can make jokes, you know, talking about catchphrases and all. I mean, probably not. All its jokes are probably just sourced from some other place. You know, speaking of ChatGPT, I mean, it's just one of those things where you really can't so-called trust the AI. Not because it's so-called evil or anything. It's just that, like, you know, it is what it is. It's an AI. You know, it's not a smart AI or anything. It's just an AI that kind of exists, and that's it. You know, like it sources off its information from places around the web and everything that's been fed to it, but it doesn't actually have a mind of its own. Or at the very least, it doesn't have what would typically be assumed of a human consciousness, if you don't mind me saying so. You know, like it has intelligence, but in what form? I guess that's just something for the epistemologists to puzzle out on their own, I suppose. I'm nothing but just a mere observer looking on. Here we go, bonus time. Welcome me into your world. It's time to conquer the heavens. Nah, pretty sure there's a web novel that goes by that name. Conquer the heavens. Maybe, probably. ChatGPT. I mean, you don't really think about it, but the AI is also probably pretty biased. because, well, it can't think for itself, you know. An AI can't really tell if a source is biased or not. It literally just takes the information and gives it to you. Sure, it might tidy up that information in a way that maybe humans usually can't in their normal speech patterns, but I really don't think it erases the fact that no matter what it is, the AI can't really think for itself, you know. I mean, sure, ChatGPT isn't a narrow AI, so-called, but it definitely isn't smart either, and it can't exactly be called general AI too, so look, who knows, man. 1, 2, there we go. 25. Not bad, especially for Soda. I quite appreciate that. Epic buff though, that's why I took him in the first place. And it's fun to play with him at the very least. I know I like the bubble. Bubbles are cute. I don't take you, snake food. If you wonder about his little new outfit, I pulled for it the other time. And now here we are, with a little pretty snake. Cats will always be my number one, but still, I really can't deny my love for snakes. Like, I know I used to talk about this in the early days, and by that I mean like when I used to start out this whole commentary thing, I'll talk about the snake report a lot, but still. Man, I love that thing so much. Like, the author may be gone, and the story will never be finished, but like, I still love it so much, you know. Like, there's just some things that you can't really forget. Like, even knowing that it's just probably gonna stay unfinished forever, and there'll never be a true ending. I mean, I don't really regret reading it, you know. It's one of those things where it's like, once you read it, it just changes your life, you know. Like, sure, it may not be by that much, but I think that in some sense, reading that one story really did, like, change my life. Whether for the better, I know not, but I do know that it changed me for good, you know. Which is pretty interesting. Like, would I have ever been as into lit RPG as I am now if I didn't read the Snake Report? Would I ever read this much? Would I have ever actually come up with that idea of, well, that story I was making? I don't know. I do know that I really like that story. I like snakes, especially. Like, snakes are just one of those animals, right? I can't really hate them, you know. I can't really dislike them. When I see them as the main character in a novel or something, like, I click on it, you know. Like, for things like, say, kobolds or beastkin or whatever, like, sure, they're not human, but at the same time, I'm not a super big fan of them either, so... 1, 2, there we go. So snakes are like one of those animals. If I see that a novel has that as the main POV of the protagonist, I'll click on it and watch, cause I like it. Oh, who are you? Oh, easy posture. It's you again. Wonder why you keep on coming back to me. You're kinda like avocado, except now you really want me to follow you in your yoga classes. Speaking of yoga classes, back before COVID, you know, which is, wow, 3 years ago? Darn. Okay, before I get all maudlin or whatever again, it's time to go back to talking about Zumba. There's just a bunch of Zumba aunties downstairs. Okay, not aunties, but still, Zumba, you know what, just call them aunties, whatever. They're always all elder people anyways. They would just go downstairs, like, every so often and then just play their Zumba songs, you know. I think it's kinda cute, just watching them kinda sit there and dance like that, you know. They will always end at about, I think, 8:30, and then they would leave. Sometimes I would watch them. I would also mimic their actions and moves or whatever. And sometimes I just let them be, you know. I guess I kinda missed it. After all, during the COVID period. Cause nobody was allowed to go outside, you know. So in the end, you know, they kinda just stopped everything. Okay, man, that's just not normal. Stop going into holes. Ugh, messy and nosy things don't fit my aesthetic. You say that. Oh. I mean, if you don't like that kind of thing, you definitely won't like me. I'm telling you. I'm the embodiment of both those things, which makes me terribly annoying. You know, but it is what it is. I was born into this world, annoying presence. I will leave this world, also annoying present. So, what can you do about it, huh? Stare me in the face and say you can do anything about it. Murder's illegal, so you can't get rid of me. You can, however, financially cripple me. Since that is a thing in today's society. But before we go on with the so-called social commentary, let's just leave that be for now. Let's go back to Zumba aunties. I really need to stop going off topic. Jeez, man. So Zumba aunties. Now, even after COVID restrictions have kind of ended in a way, I mean, they still haven't come back, you know. They're kind of like nature. You know, you gotta let it grow. You gotta let like the Zumba aunties come back from the dead. Gonna give them a bit of time. But it has been like, I don't know, like a few months since the COVID restrictions have kind of really eased off. So, and they haven't like I haven't seen hide nor hair of them. So it is kind of worrying. You might think I don't like disturbances, and that's true in some sense, but at the same time, man, you know, it was just nice, I suppose, to see people downstairs, outside. Because even if I don't go outside myself, it still wasn't so bad to see other people having fun, you know, or at least as much fun as you can have doing Zumba. If you're curious on why I picked Mocha Cookie, cause I don't know, man, she's not too bad to play, and also my jump button malfunctioned just now. Hey, I meant to jump the game. Whatever. Hopefully it's just random breakout then. Anyways, moving on. I also picked her because of her buff. I really like the Fire Blast buff. Not only for its utility, but, you know, the experiences it gives to the game. Definitely makes it more fun in that sense. Now let's get into bonus time. Speaking of which, Mocha Ray is meta in Tales of the Lotus event. I think it was the last challenge, challenge 4, which was pretty interesting. You don't see that often, honestly, but she is very good in terms of utility though. If the devs ever choose to give her a buff, I can guarantee you she's gonna be like one of those characters that will just never disappear off the trophy respawn, you know, cause she's that good. Like even now in Breakout, it's been what, over 2 years or whatever since she has been first released. But at the same time, she's still pretty well chosen, you know. 50% is very good, perhaps even astronomical if you call it, for a normal epic cookie, you know. So I guess it will be cool to see her get a buff, you know. It'll be nice to see some refreshment in the trophy race rankings every once in a while. You know, legendaries are nice and all, but it gets a bit stale after a while, don't you agree? 1, 2, there we go. 10th place. Not too bad, not too bad. And there we go, complete the run. I guess this is it for today. Remember to thank our comrades for running with us. That's a meager reward, may I tell you. Anyways, thanks for watching and love ya. Bye bye.